practices of our neighboring universities, particularly on the management and operation of science and technology parks and incubation centers. In the last 4 decades, we have seen how countries from the Asia Pacific region have grown and developed through their scientific competitiveness and technological innovation. The concept of science and technology parks actually started about 69 years ago when the Stanford Research Parks was first established in the United States in 1951. Since then, the number of science parks has grown worldwide, and this paved the way on the creation of growth of innovation-based startups and companies through incubation and spin-off processes. Generally, the overall goals of science and technology parks are to boost the growth of local economy and regional development. Moreover, it also encourages stronger academic and industry linkage and cooperation, thus resulting in the creation and generation of jobs, establishment of innovative and spin-off firms, and attracting investors for innovative technologies. Interestingly, the number of academic spin-offs is steadily growing and is regarded as a successful channel for the transfer of knowledge that were conceived and developed in private and state universities and colleges. I hope through the conduct of today's activity, this will help increase our knowledge and understanding about the role of science and technology parks and incubation centers as a catalyst for development in emerging markets. On behalf of the TUP administration, we sincerely thank our resource speaker for graciously accepting our invitation and for unselfishly sharing his expertise and precious time with us. To all the organizers and working committees, thank you very much for your kind assistance in organizing today's webinar. To all our attendees, thank you so much for your support and active participation. Have a pleasant day, and may God bless us all.
Thank you, Dr. Bakay, for that warm and thank you, Dr. Bakay, for that warm and accommodating words. And as we move on, may we remind attendees or participants that you can only see and listen to the presenters, and communication is possible only via the chat window. Now, do you know that the Commission on Higher Education funded a project entitled Capability Building for the establishment of the Center for Innovation and Technology Entrepreneurship, or simply called SITE, and was granted to the Technological University of the Philippines? Yes, and to further discuss about SITE, it is my great pleasure to introduce one of the pillars of the university research development system, one of the committed, hardworking women of TUP, the SITE project leader, Dr. Hasmin T. Ignacio.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm going to give an overview of the capability building for the establishment of the Center for Innovation and Technology Entrepreneurship. As mentioned by Ms. Dr. Angelica Harris, this project is actually um, funded by the Commission on Higher Education. So started with this gap. So a gap between innovation and entrepreneurship. So the strength of the research sector of the university are as follows. Most compelling research outputs in the university earns awards and distinction. So TUP is also awarded the third Intellectual Property Educator by Intellectual Property Office, or the IFOPIL, and one of the 7 intellectual property hub in the Philippines from World Intellectual Property Organization, or WIPO, due to its number of awarded and filed patents and utility models. There's also a number of research collaboration and research citation in the university. As we are going through that gap, we see the weaknesses of TUP as the lack of income generating projects and utilization of completed research projects. We also have the lack of know-how to promote and commercialize research projects. And lastly, TUP invention lacks startup investment. However, just having a good idea is never enough, and most good ideas never get translated into commercially viable businesses. So, while on the other hand, entrepreneurship is making that great ideas into business ideas by taking risks, the gap between innovation and entrepreneur is the establishment of the Center for Incubation, or what we call SCI. So site is actually divided into four parts. The first part is curriculum innovation. So here we integrated the syllabus on technopreneurship in our courses. So we also had the multidisciplinary research capability with national collaboration. Here we already had training with our national scientists in the Philippines, together with the local benchmarking with local incubation center all around the Philippines. We also have the technopreneurship development with international collaboration. That's what we're doing right now, the international benchmarking. And later on, we're actually on establishment of the incubation center itself and creation of business-friendly policies. And lastly, for the last part of the project is the cascading of best practices. We're going to cascade this one to other state universities in the Philippines. So we prepared a short video to explain further the aim of the Center for Innovation. Okay, so the aim of the creation of the Center for Innovation, Technology, and Entrepreneurship is to provide opportunities for commercialization while incubating innovative research output and having inclusive growth and sustainable development by generating income to TUP. Now, I leave you with this quote. If you decide that you're going to do only the things that you know are going to work, you're going to leave a lot of opportunities on the table. So this is actually about size. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ignacio, for that informative overview of SITE, the very reason why we have this international benchmarking today. We know that today's benchmarking topic may bring up a number of questions from you, and we want to let you know that we will address as many as we can in the time we have today. So relax and use our chat box for your questions. move forward, as we get closer to the main event, it is my great privilege to introduce another committed and hardworking gentleman to do the honor of introducing the resources speaker, our Faculty Association President, Dr. Francisco D. Esponilla II.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon, Mom Ants. Good afternoon, Sir
Yes.
Mel, and to our guest speaker. Our guest speaker for this afternoon is a doctorate degree of engineering in international development engineering at Tokyo Institute of Technology, Japan in 2008. He is a Master of Structural Engineering in 2001 and Bachelor of Civil Engineering in 1999 at Chiang Mai University, Thailand. He conducted various research projects related to construction works and materials. He has been working with different industries focusing on technology development and innovation management issues for more than 10 years. His network led him to one of the initiator of the establishment of Science and Technology Park of Chiang Mai University, also called STEP. At present, he is working as a Deputy Director of Science and Technology Park at Chiang Mai University, Thailand, where he works hard in the areas of constructing innovation, infrastructures, physical building, pilot plants, and systems to support ecosystem of science, technology, and innovation of Thailand. Moreover, he is the Secretary of STEP Advisory Board where he is in charge of the strategic development and implementation management of STEP projects and funding acquisition from public and private and other sources. He is also a senior staff development. In fact, he has various linkages to international partners in other ASEAN countries. Ladies and gentlemen, let us recognize our guest speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Pitiwat Watanachai.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, shall we start?
Yes, you
Yes,
may.
sir.
Okay. So first of all, I have to say kumasta. Yeah.
Ah,
And I feel very blessed to have a pray and also our national anthem and also the brief introduction of your, I mean, like University Science Park that called site from TUP. We sure that we are on the same page because everyone knows that as the Mr. Vice President, Professor Melito Bakai said, it is already 4 decades in Asia that we have a lot of excitement and also we focus on science park to do like a backbone for economy of every country in ASEAN. And today we're gonna give you like a brief introduction and also give you an like a success case in our science park as we run for more than 10 years. So let me use the PowerPoint that we're gonna share the role of science park. Okay, so everyone can see my slide.
yeah, thank you.
Okay, let me check and set up a little bit. Because I cannot see my slide. Sorry. So while we setting the slide, I'm glad and be honored to present it to you and share some information that can let you know, and I'm looking forward to having you as a partner to work internationally and create something new in our region and maybe all over the world internationally. So I'm going to start with the USD Science Park mechanism as an engine for the sustainable growth. So about my slide, can you guess about this number? 189, 189.
Number of slides?
Oh no, yeah, it's close because I prepared for 1.5 hours. So it is 140 slides, but 189, it is the number of university in Thailand.
Ah,
Okay,
Hmm.
as you know, here are the university in Thailand, the whole country. So in the nationwide, for the perspective, as we're going to talk about the benchmarking, we share the same number, as you know, Thailand and the Philippines. We share the quotient of the population per university that equals to 3.69. Okay, so this number is quite a magic number because this quotient, the lower, the better. That means we can share the education for the people in our countries. So as you can see, South Korea and Japan, this ratio is low, right? Especially for Japan, they have more than 1,000 universities to support more than 120 million people in Japan. I mean, the Japanese have the chance to go to the university, okay? And we share the same number as the Philippines and Thailand. In Vietnam, they have 5.53, which is quite high. So the chance of the people, I mean, Vietnamese can't enter to the university is low than us. But the best in ASEAN is Malaysia. Okay, Malaysian people can go to university easily. So this number mean a lot. I mean the chance to get higher education and the chance to be the entrepreneur with deep technology in their company. I mean, if you want to get a high amount of money, you have to go deep into the technology and create something new. I mean, to have the radical technology to change the world, and the number of end user of your technology will be increased worldwide. So uh, I will talk about the role of the university in the society. For the first one, we have to teach, right? And the second one, we have to research. And we also provide the academic services. By this one, university is the main role of the country to give the country innovation for economy and society. So we have the researcher, we have equipment, we have the research, I mean the know-how, and laboratory, as usual. And this is the number from 37 universities in Thailand. We have more than 10,000 researchers, and we have more than 4,000 equipment, and we have the research paper more than 70,000, and the number of laboratory that can run and produce more prototypes in terms of to create something new. It is about 400 laboratories. This one, as everyone knows, site also do as the step. We try to overcome the valley of death. So by this, we have to answer all 7 questions in this slide. For the first one, how to get the research funding. how to negotiate. Will the research quit in the middle? Can finish by the deadline? It is quite a big question for the researcher who work with the industry. And how to contact. Is it prompt to commercialize? What if the research has failed? These 7 questions is very bold in Chiang Mai, and I'm sure in TUP also. Many researchers have this question as well. For the answer, it is sci park, and maybe as you call site, also the answer for these 7 questions. So for the science park, since we started 10 years ago, and everyone that heard about science park asked us that it is the science museum, is it a zoo, or is it a national park and filled with the forest and also amusement park? But the answer is not all of these things. Science park is, in our definition, it is the place for R&D settlement, and it is the place to create innovative business and startup, and it is making research practical. So this is the answer. That's why we have to run the science park. So let me give you some definitions of 3 different science park. The first one is University Science Park. Step is this type. We are University Science Park. The second one is Government Science Park. And the last one is Private Science Park. For my research, take a look into your system. I mean, the Philippine Science Park system. You are the second type and the third type. For the second type, you run by the government to be the advanced industrial park, and your private industrial park also run the science park as well. But I have no data about USC Science Park. Maybe site, it is one of them. So we can share about this. Let's take a look into the function of USC Science Park. We have 5 functions to be the answer. The first one is relationship between university and industry. We are the linkage, work as a UIL, university industry linkage. The second one is strong internal resources in university. We have to open our silo to the community and to the industry. And we also give the financial funding, maybe in terms of the matching fund from the government. And the fourth one, it is the great deal of the scholar state. The last one is the closer geographically distances to university partners. If you want something new, if you want to do something deep in terms of technology and science, we have to come to the University Science Park. And we changed the term of Valley of Death into the Valley of Challenge because we want more participants in the science park. If you say death, it's not good. So our former president asked us to change to be the Valley of Challenge, and we are working as a bridge of innovation. Okay, and at the first place, we have to emphasize for the all faculties in Chiang Mai University that we have the new function, which is the yellow. As everyone knows, we are all academia. We have to teach and learning. We have to do the research. But it's something new, we have to embrace it. The first one, we have to do the research for commercialization, and we have to do as a node for the industry and to be the linkage. And we have to create the startups. And the output of this core process, we can have IP, innovation, and startup as a result. And we're looking for contribution and impact. For the first one, we have the economic and social contribution. We have innovation-based economy. We have high skill job opportunity, and we can increase university income and also reputation. we can make it to the better place for the ranking as well, for the world ranking of our university. That process we call the transition. Um, for the mechanism to overcome the valley of challenge, University Science Park located here by using triple helix model or quadruple helix model, we link our silo in the university site, which are researcher, laboratory equipment, know-how, and research, and deliver to the economy part to enhance our competitiveness by science, technology, and innovation through the SML enterprises, community, and startups. Lastly, we can make them to have a quality of life, a good quality of life, and innovation-based economy, inclusive growth, and economic development. As a final, let me talk about our history a little bit of the step. 10 years ago, after I finished my PhD from Tokyo Tech, and we uh, want to give some initiative uh, tangible. So we start from 2010 to be a technology development center for industry in Chiang Mai University, founded by 7 faculties, which are related to science and technology at the first place. And after that, after 2 years, we changed to be the Science Technology Park, and we rebuilt the brand for branding, and we create the CI because we received some voice of customer that university at that time back then the perspective of the people in Thailand and especially in Chiang Mai, they think that university cannot work commercially. So we have to change ourselves. We change the color because the color of Chiang Mai University it is purple, but we have to change into the yellow, and we show vividly that we work for industry and we work for money. I'm not mean that we work only for the benefit in terms of financial, but we can create the economic part and we have the surplus as well as the profit by this organization. Up to now, we are under the Northern Science Park. We also the headquarters of Northern Science Park, and we work with the Ministry of Higher Education, Science, Research, and Innovation. So our duty and responsibility is to be a linkage and to be the service provider, not excellence center to work only the research, but we work also commercialization. We do the marketing arm and the gateway, and to be the one-stop service for Chiang Mai University and business development based on tech and innovation. Plus, we are the hub of the Northern Network and innovation ecosystem, and we provide also infrastructure collaboration with the ministry. Okay, this is our function. And at present, our situation, we expand. As we are the headquarters of Northern Science Park, we expand from 7 founders and add 7 new members to be the 14. And the ecosystem to be like a landscape nationwide. We have 16 founders, and now we expand to be 44 network university. As you can see, in the northeastern, and southern, all together, we can work and we can deliver the high technology, and we can link and share our open innovation to create something new in terms of products and also services. Okay, These are our management team. Here on the left hand side, we have the director, Professor Tanjanupap. He is my friend. And also here is me. And we have another deputy director and associate professor here to be assistant professor. I mean, two of them. And also we have a new assistant director from the faculty of agro-industry. So all together, we can work as the arm for the university. And, we have to use the faculties because we have to work with like the faculties and also the people outside the university to be the entrepreneurs and also the in the industrial section. So we have to work with the both of them, the both sectors. So um, they they both have an ego, a lot of ego. So we have to use many kind of the strategy to do the negotiation. So we work together from back then 10 years ago. This one is our structure from the director, and we have the general manager. We divide it into 8 departments, okay, which are the general administration and strategy and organizational capacity development. We have HRD. We have the innovative business development, innovative startup development, and for the infrastructure, we have our industrial laboratory and pilot plant service. And with this one, infrastructure and facility management. And the last one is creative and communication department. Okay. Up to now, we have more than 130 staff working together. So we are quite a large organization in the university and work with more than 20 faculties in Chiang Mai University. By this approach, so we have the approaches to link the resources from the university to the industry side. So the first one, we have inside-out approach. We work with the IP management and licensing. The second one, we work like outside in. We can get the problem, a trouble, and also we can solve the problem. We call it outside in by working as a collaborative research. And the last one is the startup approach to make something new. If there is no assistance of the faculties and also from the industry, we have to create it by ourselves. Mostly the startup, it comes from our faculties and also the graduates inside the Chiang Mai University. So finally, we can serve SML enterprises and also the startups. Here, from our experience, more than 10 years, we can generate the metrics. We found out that we not have only one valley of the challenge. We divide it into 2 valleys. The first one, it's become like, if you know TRL, technology readiness level. For the first one, when you finish TRL level around 3, you have to enhance the people from the university side or the academia researchers. They have to have awareness to overcome this valley first. And the second valley, if they make a prototype and they got the patent and they got the IP already, you have to overcome the second valley of challenge. By this one, you have to burn the money in this area. A lot of money, I mean 10 times for the budget endowment here you have to do about 10 times more than to overcome the first valley. So our approach is located, it's lie over here to be the solution. It is start from TRL2 outside in approach, and then we can finish all three approaches at the TRL9. Okay, if you want to elaborate this matrix, let we talk later on. Okay, regarding the journey, we also distinguish all the journey for the innovation manner to be 6 steps as a milestone. For the first one is idea discovery. Okay, to generate the idea, and we can get from the paper. And the second one, the second milestone is the concept development. We do the scoping, technology and conceptual idea and functional idea. The third milestone is research and development. We do in the laboratory scale. And after that, we create a prototype and validate it. This one, we divided into 3 parts. The first one is prototyping and do the feasibility on the technology and also business feasibility. And for IP utilization, we divided into 5 milestones. So start from business matching and end up with licensing. We have many models, and each one of the research has their individual solution. So we do like tailor-made for each project. And the last one, the post-deal, we do the follow-ups, monitoring and training, and for the production validation of the scaled process. And we do the optimization of the supply chain and maintain relationship with the licensee to track them about their account, and also we can do the evaluation of the royalty fee, and at the first phase we can do the upfront fee as well. Okay, this one is for the journey as you pass the step procedures. Okay, let me give you an example of the project in Inside Out approach. The first one, as you know, this one is go internationally. It is about long-term essence. The large enterprises, but all of the startups in step. It is not MNC yet. We're looking for to create some MNC with you. It is only national, only Thai people. The owner is also Thai, but we export them to mostly in China. Okay, to do the long-term essence, we sign the MOU and we do the feasibility for the plant as well. We create the factory, and we hope that they can build the impact. It is near to the 200 million USD, okay, by this project. The second one is we use the technology, we call it radio frequency, to get rid of the termite and also the larva inside the rice. Okay, we deal with this company. They are the machinery company who work with the rice mill factory, and we got a lot of support from our government. Up to now, we can install this kind of equipment nationwide. It is about 13 machines that we have already installed in the rice mill factory. And value added, it is about, we can add to each kilogram of the rice about 4 dams. And here, as you can see, Science Park, I work, act like a deputy director, work with the Postal Office of Thailand with he he is the governor of Lamphun province, and we deliver this technology to the social enterprises. And we hope to create the value. It is about 42K USD for 1 year. Okay, this one we call it is semi-die long-can technology in Lamphun province, where adjacent to the Chiang Mai province. Okay, the last one for the inside out, we do about the enzyme. Okay, we provide the enzyme for the fat hydrolyzed in the animal feed. We mix with the feed, and we can make the animals in the stock, okay, in the livestock, such for example, it is swine, chicken. By using this enzyme, we can enhance the productivity of the faculty of the factory here, 20% of the fat digestion to turn it into the protein. Okay, the next one, I'm gonna give you the agile approach example. We got a lot of problem from private sector. By this procedure, we divided into the 7 sections in our area. Start from rice production development, ITDCS, medical and biotechnology, renewable energy development, innovative materials. And it is about to enhance the technology capacity of existing businesses and also enhancing technology capacity for the emerging business. By the procedure that we can provide for them, we start the 9 procedures. The procedures that we can collect the problem from the private sector. There has many requests, and we do the feasibility study for the collaborative research project, and we scout the appropriate experts inside. The involved expert and researcher in Chiang Mai University that can solve that problem. And we visit the enterprises, visit their factories, visit their shop to elaborate, to focus on the problem. And the next one, we develop the proposal for the collaborative projects and apply matching fund. And next, we do the contract. We are the clearing house to make the term sheet. And also we issue the collaborative research contracts. It is mutual contract between private sector and university. And we conduct and follow up the projects. And lastly, when the project finish, we have to evaluate and give them, to send back into the government bureau about the impact, especially for economic impact. Okay, here is the example of our client. It is slide from the large enterprise, and some of them also the startup right here. More than 100 projects that we already finished. Okay, these are the example. Here is the company who create the food as a souvenir from the northern part of Thailand. So they asked us to create some kind of production machine. This one is the pork cracking fire hot air conveyor. We can do this machine and enhance their productivity. Okay, the next one is the company called Supa Bee Farm. They asked us to assemble the semi-automatic cereal bar forming machine. Here, there are the side stream of the bee and also the honey manufacturing, and they use all the side stream product to create this bar. And Ban Kalaya Limited Partnership, they use the rice and also the extract from the rice. Right here in the northern part of Thailand, we have a special rice we call it the northern purple rice, and it is very good for gamma oryzanol and anthocyanin that can make the soap and the body lotion. So we create and deliver them the formulation of the soap and body lotion. And here the company name Tea Gallery Group. So I'm sure that you know the kombucha. And the kombucha in Japan, in South Korea, that create from the green leaf of tea. But here we created from the, the leftover tea leaves and we fermented it to be a drink and snack. Okay, they use the technology from Faculty of Agroindustry. Okay, and Jesus' long life, they create the umami, I mean the sauce. Okay, from the many kind of natural raw materials, and they use it to be the low sodium. Okay, TUP sugar Asia, they use the fondant and to be the toy and to use like a doll for the kids to do, and they can eat it. Okay, at the same time. Okay, abundant food, they use a cricket protein as the alternative of the food, and as you can see from this picture, for the athlete and also the people who do the fitness, they can use as a bar, as an energy bar. Okay, and Jellentai Pop Limited Partnership, they use the thermal insulation and sound absorption for the right stall. As you know, we have a problem about PM 2.5. It is the air pollution that right now in Chiang Mai, we suffer from the air pollution like this. So the main cause of it is the burn of the right stall. So we try to collect it, and we use like the mechanism of social enterprises to do, and we can create it something, I mean the product that have the high value added from this project with this company. And for the Chemiman company, it is I myself also the researcher in this project. You know, we have the side stream from the lamp production and also the hydrated lamp production. So we use the ash to mix with the alkali, and we can create the green eco-geopolymer to use as the block in the construction. Okay, for the last one, I'm gonna show you like a startup approach. We use the process from the pre-incubation, incubation, and acceleration. We use 6 months to screen them. Okay, in the process of pre-incubation, at the end of this, we do the state gate evaluation. We're gonna have the entrepreneur with the brief business plan, and if they can get through this state gate, they can get into our incubation program, okay, which are more than 10 steps. After 3 years, they're gonna get their product and get the market fit products and the processes. After that, we get the business plan and high value added SME and startups. Lastly, we also looking for Centur or the unicorn as well. By the acceleration program, we do the international market expansion. We can raise fund, and lastly, we can get VC, earn more the investment from VC, and we get the exit by MLA. Okay, this is the milestone as you see the launch pad, by 7 milestone here, we can create our startup to be, right now we have uh, we have 4 centaurs already. So the first one, we can create a new product development by raise seed fund. And the second milestone, product launch. But we start in regional market first. Okay. The next one, it is the product improvement. We got the voice of customer and we improve and upgrade uh, the product by using science technology. The next one is the market expansion. The national market will be launched in this milestone. The fifth one, it is the international expansion. We let them go to the expo, we let them go to the market, and also we use the distributor, the international distributor to get the validation and also to expand our market. After that, we got attraction and we can raise fund Series A, Series B. Up to now, we only have Series B, not yet go to Series C yet. Okay, and we can exit by M&A and IPO. Okay, the same procedure all over the world. Okay, this startup, it is our success case. Start with the oldest startup. This man is a former professor from Faculty of Agriculture. He worked with the cattle, and by these products, he do right now. He running about the sex sorting business. Okay, we call it the sex sorted semen technology. Actually, we can choose the sex of the calf to be a female or to be a male. If you do the dairy cattle to get the dairy products, we can choose to up to now we can choose more than 71%. Okay, but if you want to have the beef cattle, we can also choose the semen of the cow of the ox to have the more than 29%. Okay, the second startup, the company is organized. Okay, by these company activities, they use the online apartment management platform. As you know, in Thailand, we have a lot of apartments, private and the government. They create a kind of digital platform to collect the money. For the accommodation fee and also to deal with the bill, electric bill, and also the tap water bill as well. So these one, they already got their Series B, okay, by raise fund. Okay, and the next one is beneath. If you're looking for a maid to clean your house, these companies provide you the service platform that lets you find the appropriate maid for you. Okay, so they right now they have their more than 10,000 service providers. For the maids, and it is more than 2.6 million USD impact accumulatedly. Okay, so this woman, this lady, is owner of the Little Onion factory. She used the extraction technology to extract the active ingredient or active compound from Thai herb, and her product it is launched and to be sold in the 6-star hotel all over the world right now. Okay. The next one is Neighbor Company. They provide a management platform for juristic person for housing estate. And here they do the VC already with a large company in Thailand. Okay. This one by the she link with the social enterprise to get the cassava rhizome and to have it, to create it, change it into the activated charcoal. And they use this activated charcoal to use like a cosmetic and also to be the stationery products, and they sell, and they also provide the information that they can reduce carbon dioxide uh, emission commission. It is less than to make it reduce up to 15,000 ton of carbon. Okay, the last one for the startup approach, we call it Fang Thai Factory. They also use the rice stall, okay, to produce the paper, and they extend into the food containers as well. This company also work with Myanmar and India. So right now she just work internationally. Okay. Okay. Uh, right here I gonna introduce you the startup that are conducted by our alumni. His company is Stepsol. They just made the complex flex. It is the complex stock for the runner. Okay, they have the social impact because they use the all of alumni in Chiang Mai University to produce this one. Okay, so it is quite um, a kind of in-house startup for us. Okay, this one, he is the MD, I mean medical doctor, and he is also the professor in Faculty of Medicine, and he used his knowledge to create the platform in the mobile, and they can use um, his knowledge to create the migraine symptom recording application right here to reduce the migraine level, and you can enjoy your application on mobile as well. Right now he has more than 50,000 active users that can use, and they can approve that they can relieve the smile, like a smile migraine. Okay. And he is also the dentist and the professor. He used the dental implant technology, and they can use the artificial root canal for dental implant. This one can reduce the cost to be 3 times cheaper than the imported forming. Okay, this one also impact. And his market already expand to India already. Innoplast CM. Here is the professor in Chiang Mai University who work with the plasma technology. They can use this equipment in chronic wound healing. Okay, so up to now we can calculate it is about 24% saving per day for the healing. Okay, and in this approach, we have to work like site in TUP because we have to create an entrepreneurial ecosystem in our university. So by this mechanism, start from entrepreneurial education, we work and we create co-working space and club that I gonna talk about the brick project later on and the high club. After that, we sent them to join the Startup Talent League and join the research to market. After we get the prototype and also the comment from the investor in this league, we create the pre-incubation program together with the business brotherhood. We ask the large enterprise to help them to be the brother, to be the big brother, to help them to elaborate their business plan, and after that we can get the near market product, and we can let them go into the science and technology incubator. Okay, by this incubator, I'm going to show you some picture from the activities that they run according to the mechanism. We run the design thinking workshop, 3-day startup bootcamp, and disruptive workshop. Okay, business brotherhood 2 days camp, the pitching audition, intensive coaching and networking, regional bootcamp, and regional pitching, and send them to the national pitching. And here are the picture while they preparing by training, by pitching training, and we got a lot of award and prizes. Okay, we gain a lot of money, but in terms of the private sector, it's just the small money, but they are the seeding money for them to get more. To be deep tech, and also to get them high value added product. Okay, as you recognize, here is our Prime Minister, and he also among of our startup and also the minister. He also interested in our startup product, and they promise us to use the BCG model, and they can use a lot of money to matching them and enhance them. Okay, our ecosystem up to now, demographically, we have the 4 focus industries. The first one is ITDCS. The second one is biomedical and tech. Okay, and the third one is agriculture and food tech. The last, it is energy and material tech. And up to now, it is ready to use and quick win. We got 60% of ITDCS. All the number can create the impact. We can reckon it is about $17 million USD. For economic value, and we got the revenue. It is about $13 million, and the employment, all of them is high skilled labor. It is about 300 people as a graduate. And last year we just got the prize from the AABI, Asian Association for Business Incubator. We got the top 3 of the Asian countries. Okay, and in the national level, we are the first one, and also we got a lot of the prizes. By this platform, we can, as you can see on the left-hand side, we provide the platform, 5 platforms, and also the people that we can deliver. Like that, it is SME, the price, and also startup. Okay. By adding 7 platforms by the side park, we do like a broad spectrum to do the output. As you can see from the output, you can get the technopreneur, high skilled people, innovation manager, and innovator, and we're gonna have the SME who is the R&D intensive, and also the social innovation community and the local startup. All together, we can create the fruitful ecosystem for the science park and also for the startup. Okay, the next one, we're gonna show you the Open Innovation Partnership and Networks. That one we work internationally. So right now in Thailand, we also have the partnership who support us. It is the upper one. It is the organizations from the government and also the private sector and also international partnership. Okay, more than 10 countries, and it is fall into 20 organizations around the world that we have partnership with. By this program, Open Innovation and Startup Mobilizations at site in TUP also run. We looking forward to having you like a site to mobilize our startup too. And here is the picture that we join and sign the MOU and give them a brief introduction of our organizations. I mean the step, and we got a lot of network and collaboration. Okay, this building, I mean this complex, we call it Northern Science Park Administrative Building. Okay, that located in the region right here. It is about 70 hectares. We call it Food and Bio Innovation District. Our office located here as a Northern Science Park building, surrounded by the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Faculty of Agroindustry, Faculty of Agriculture, together with the Energy Research and Development Institute, Nakhon Ping. This one we can work and make the fruitful supply chain for food and also BCG, that stand for Bio, Circular, and Green Economy. Okay, for the distance that our building located, the distance is very close to airport, town hall, and the main campus, and also the Northern Region Industrial Estate. Okay, I mean by this distance, we can travel for only 30 minutes. Okay, and we provide about 20,000 square meter for the area. This one is the layout of our facilities. We, as we stick to the campaign of open innovation, our first floor is 24/7 open access, so everyone can walk through here and can ask and can join our activities throughout the year. Okay, and our new facility is the Food Fab, which stands for Innovative Food Fabrication Pilot Plant. And also right here, we have the radio frequency pilot plant to provide all the supply chain right here to create our food and bio products. Okay, sorry. Our motto, it is to build the strong bridge between university and industry collaboration. Okay, by this campaign, we provide them total innovation solutions. There are 6 sections of the solutions For the first one, we provide them the STI services. STI stands for Science, Technology, and Innovation. And the second one, we provide the tech startups and incubation program for them. The third one, it is R&BD programs. The fourth one is matching fund and business matching. Okay, we have the pool of VC that can connect them. Okay, the fifth one, we have the service spaces, and the last one, we have the ESF, stand for Essential Supporting Facility, to let them survive. Okay, so we have the innovation ecosystem, we have the perfect community for business, and we have creative lifestyle. Okay, our situation right now, statistically, occupancy rate, this number is already increased. Right now, we have more than 100% already for the occupancy rate. That means we have the enterprises and the startups in our pipeline to be filled in the near future. And we have more than, right now we have more than 50 organizations. Okay. For the client categories, 55% we have the SM and L enterprises. And our ecosystem right now, we have it is very close to 500 people, that work here every day. And for the economic impact, it is about 24 million USD. And last year, up to last year, because fiscal year in Thailand, it is end in September, we have the accumulative number. It is about 9,000 activities, and it is more than 100,000 people enrolled in these activities. Okay, which is very fruitful right now in our buildings. And this is the picture of the example of the activities that we run up to now. We have debuted already, and we have the visitors come from all over the world, from the US, from Germany, and for the knowledge sharing, we deal with the government organization and also the private sector. And here it is like a training for the very higher government officers right here. So everyone can recognize that and got the awareness that to use STI and to use the science park is the key success factor for the economic growth. Okay, and we have the many friends from all over the world. Okay, here is the picture that we run capacity building, a workshop competition. And we also provide like a business partnering, to do the business matching as well. We run the symposium, international symposium, exhibition, and market validation. And we work with the ASEAN country. For example, we work with the Malaysian Business Consortium to do the business matching. And we do about the school, the student in the senior school as well. R2M, as I mentioned, we held many activity and some pitching right here. Okay, for the Startup Thailand League also. And for the Hype Cup, we try to give the mindset of entrepreneurship to our undergraduate student and also graduate student as well. So everyone that in this picture, they come and join. And up to now, we have the success case that we can create more than 5 companies. Okay, so we have to we have to take care of the ecosystem and also some soft bonding inside our network. So we try to have the networking night and some networking, also the sport activities. Okay, and let me talk about the big project. The big project is like the outreach of the university in terms of technology commercialization. We are the first one in Thailand that have the office and also co-working space outside university. We have 3 places. The first one is the startup space, the second one is Plus, and the last one is X. So they are located outside university and right here in our building as well. So we provide the facilities like this to let them mingle and also to create some idea in the process of ideation. Okay, and the infrastructure that's very crucial to make the product. To make the prototype in the laboratory is not enough. So we try to upscale, make it to have the large amount of the products. So we have to provide the pilot plant. As I mentioned in the map already, we have the radio frequency technology pilot plant here. And this one is our technology. It is called the UTDIF. Okay, it is the first non-chemical treatment technology. Okay, so by this utilization, we have to provide the test demonstration by using the real technology at the real size. To create a unit that can work with the rice mill factories. So we have to provide pilot plant with this branding. Okay, here is the picture of the licensing ceremony. And as I mentioned before, because we have to provide the pilot plant and we have to use the workshop adjacent to the pilot plant to create this one, it is the size that fit for industry to be the commercial scale. And we install it into these factories already. Okay, and got a lot of award. It is the national award. Okay, and as our plan, we have to expand it and make it to be the nationwide utilization. Okay, just as in this map. Okay, by this logo, it is uniform thermal distribution of radio frequency. We can create a lot of products, just like in this picture, and we looking forward to having impact and contribution like this one. Lastly, we aim for more than 400 million USD in 5 years. Okay, and the last one for our infrastructures, the facilities that we have to create. Last year, I just construct this one that we call innovative food fabrication plant. Right here, we try to reduce the risk, from the high investment cost and standardization. We try to give them the choice that they can upscaling by high technology, and we also provide OEM with standard. Okay, as you know, in terms of TRL start from 1 to 5, it is maybe can be established in the laboratory, but if you want to upscale and if you want to have the big venture capitalists to get the attention, you have to do the upscale. So by this factory, I mean the pilot plant, we have to do de-risking, scaled up, standardization, optimizing, and upskilling the people that can work with the advanced machines. So we do these 5 activities inside our pilot plant. And after that, we also provide the market validation that can do the commercialization later on. Okay, in this pilot plant, we provide 4 lines of process. The first one is acid process. The second one is low acid process. Next is dehydration food process. And the last one is for the future. It is the advanced process. By these 4 lines, we can we have more than 50 machines, and they can assemble like a shop floor process to have the more than 50 products of food and extracts. Okay, and we also provide for the office and also the second floor. We have the rental space for the RD unit of the startups and SML that can have the SBU, I mean the specific business unit here. And right here in the yellow part, we also have the plasma technology laboratory. Okay, this is the picture inside our facilities. Okay, and the equipment like this for the acid food line, for low acid food line, dehydration, and also advanced and nutraceutical. Okay, here is the example during the pandemic. So in Thailand, we locked down more than 2 months. So the people need some kind of food and some kind of supplies. So we provide them like this. Okay, start from the dehydrated cherry tomato, electrolyte beverage, pork hinle curry, and we do it Thai jasmine rice, vitamin C orange flavored jelly, energy drink, and dehydrated mango. So this product, it has the background. It is very interesting because we can help not only the entrepreneur, but we also can help the farmer. Okay, a lot of cultivator in the northern part of Thailand, especially in Chiang Mai, if their product, I mean, for example, the cherry tomato, they cannot export, and also the mango. Okay, they cannot export, so they have the leftover. It's not leftover; it is overflow. It is spill over from their stock. So we collect them and use our factory to help them, and the final products can help the officer. I mean for the doctor. I mean medical doctor who worked very hard at that time. Okay, so this is also our success case by running that. After pilot plant, because we run the deep tech, so every product have to be certified and also to be characterized by the advanced equipment. So we provide 3 laboratories. The first one is NSP Central Laboratory. In this laboratory, we can get the standardization. I mean ISO 17025 Right here, we provide HPLC, GCMS, MMS, AAS, and also we can do the shelf life analysis right here. Okay, the second one for the laboratory, we have the Center of Ion Beam Materials Development and Optical Analysis. For short, we call it CIMO. Okay, right here we can do about characterize the material, which are the innovative materials and also high value added materials. Okay, the big fab lab, they provide the 3D printers, start from metal and other filaments such as the resin and PLC, I mean the polymers, and end up with the bio 3D printers to print the cell, and also we can create the food right here. Okay, the last one, as you know, if you want to do the market validation, we have to run the market testing. So we provide the store just like this. It's just like the grocery store that you can find the food, the cosmetic, and also a kind of product that you can use for your daily life. Okay, here is the test bed for our products that created by our startup and also by R&D personnel. Okay, here is the picture that the choppers come, and also we become one of the landmark in Chiang Mai for the tourists. They come here and get the technology, and also they can get the deep tech souvenirs right here. Okay, I'm gonna end my presentation with this quote. It is innovation for better life, for better quality of life towards sustainable regional development. Okay, that's all. And if you want to link with us, you can use this URL from Facebook and also from the email. Okay, and also we also have the Line official account. Okay, by this QR code, you can reach us. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Salamat.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Kap Kun Ka, Dr. Watanachai.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah.
And I guess it is Q&A. It's quite
Yes.
long, and I'm quite lonely talking to myself.
We're listening.
We
We're
are
listening and enjoying. Yeah. Okay, once again, Kap Kun Ka, Dr. Watanachai or Dr. Dean. It feels like an actual experience listening and watching to your presentation, considering the distance between Thailand and the Philippines. So, to continue, let us proceed to question and answers. So, I have three questions here. Let me start with the first one. All right. So, number one is, what are the common issues and challenges have you encountered in the management and operation of your science and technology parks? Do you receive any financial subsidies from the government? Would you like me to go on
Okay.
with the second question, or you will
Uh,
answer first?
Let me answer the first question.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So, from my experience, it is very good and tough questions because when I presented to other countries, they also asked me about these issues. Okay. For the common one, it is the mindset of the higher level in the university. I mean, Mr. President and Mr. Vice President. But luckily, we have Mr. Vice President with us today, Mel, and we have to clear it, and we have to deregulate some of the rules. For example, for the financial rules, we have the regulation that we have to follow. For example, we have to have the procurement, we have to support the private sector. The former regulation do not allow us to do that. So this is the common issue that we already deregulated. Okay. For the second one, for the academia, I mean the Gen B, baby boomer. They don't understand what we are up and running right now because they emphasize on teaching and also for the research. But we have to spend a lot of time, I mean, more than 100% of my life to do the commercialization.
All right.
So to deal with the people outward, I mean, it's not only academia. We have to deal
Mm,
with the private sector.
yes.
Okay, the businessman.
Mm-hmm.
They always ask us to have a banquet, to have a dinner. Okay, we have to let them know. I mean, Mr. President and also administrative staff, that we have to use our time
Yeah.
to deal with them. I mean, we do overtime and we do a lot of our vacation uh, to run about this business. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it is about mindset and also the regulation
Yeah.
that it is the common issues that we have to overcome. For the financial support, of course, we have, but um, let me say that it is beating. Okay. By the word of pitching, we have to pitch for the government support. It is the routine budget. Okay. It is the ad hoc budget.
Yeah.
So we have to propose them.
To propose, yeah.
We have to propose them.
Mm,
And by this kind of proposal, we have to have a very excellent preamble. Okay, we have to intro them about the background and the
yeah.
significance of this project. Okay, and we can ask for a small amount of money.
Mm,
Okay, at the first place. But up to now, we receive more than uh, 10 million USD. Okay, 10 million
for
USD.
the
Yeah,
Wow.
wow.
that we got the financial support annually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it
It's a
is
good.
good, but it is in the condition that we have to deliver them
Yeah.
the impact.
Yes.
Okay, annually as well. Okay,
Too much
so
expectations from you.
yes, from my government, yeah, for Thai
Yeah.
government, they expect a lot. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for that, Dr. Dean. Now, for the second question, how do you deal with the terms of IP and cost of rentals, intellectual property, and cost of rentals? How do you deal with your internal and external incubating in terms of IP, cost of rentals, etc.?
Okay. Okay. Um, we have TLO. I guess TUP also have TLO, right? Technology Licensing Office.
Hmm.
Okay. TLO act like a counterpart of the science park because TLO have to taking care of the university profit. Okay. But in my office, we have IPMO, Intellectual Property Management Office. Okay. To push our IP to be used by private sector.
Mm.
So the deal and the term sheet that we create, it is I mean, I'm looking to the lens of the private sector, yes, and make it fair. So for the internal and external incubator, it depends on foreground and background IP that they have already. So after that, we have three kind of the evaluation methods. For the
Yes.
first one is the cost. Okay, as you guys that deal with IP gonna know about that. For the cost, when you develop R&D or you develop some prototype, you have to calculate all the costs that you pay
Mm.
already paid.
Yes.
Okay, and then sum up to be the cost of that IP, and add some overhead to be the price that incubators and also SML that want to acquisite that IP gonna pay. Okay,
Mm.
so by this action, the price it is reasonable. For the second method, we do like a projection. Is that right? Okay. For the projection, we have to do the foresight. Okay. For the foresight, I mean, if the market
Planning.
volume, yeah, market share in the future, how many percent of the market share and how many people gonna use as an end user of their products and processes? Okay, it's gonna be calculated here in term of the money in 10 years.
Mm.
Okay, at the first place, and 10% of that it's gonna be upfront fee,
I see.
and after that we have to track their account to pay annually royalty fee after that.
Mm. Okay.
Okay, for the third one, is a kind of charity because for the social enterprises they have no money for the cooperative. They just want us to provide not so high technology, but it is appropriate technology. As you know, technology
Yeah.
localization, we have to do some appropriate thing to match with their need. So we have to calculate it in terms of if they use this one to be the cost of their product, how much they can afford it. So by these three methods, we can calculate the fee, both internal and external
Excellent.
incubator that work with us.
Okay.
Okay.
Very
That's
clear.
good.
Thank you for that. Yeah. Okay. The third question is, during this time of pandemic, how do you address the issues and challenges pertaining to the management and operation of your incubation center? During, I'll repeat, sir,
Yep.
during this time of pandemic, how do you address the issues and challenges pertaining to the management and operation of your incubation center?
Okay. Um, Honestly, we are on the spotlight before pandemic already. So the management team of university always keep an eye on us. So we have to deliver a lot of number, a lot of KPI, and back then, I mean 1 year ago, SDG goal, I mean 17 SDG goal already our issues in Chiang Mai University. So in the SDG number 10 and 11, it is about infrastructure and innovation activities. We have to deliver a kind of this number to them already. But during pandemic, okay, um, we have to create something new for the new normal, as
Mm,
everyone know.
yeah.
So we provide, as in my slide, luckily we already have the food fab.
Yeah.
we create very effective and very high impact products to the communities. And every day we got the space on newspaper. Okay, so we provide these products that can add the word innovation in the regular news. So people can notice that they have us as a helper and a solution for something. And for our startup, we have to talk with them. Luckily, we have Zoom. We have the virtual meeting.
Yeah.
So we call them on Zoom, and we ask them to create something new from the need that we get from the doctors. I mean, medical doctors, the need from the governors, and also the need from our president. We have these issues, and we ask them to help us to create a solution. One of the best solutions that our startups can create it, they can create a UVC post. Okay, the lamp that can clean up the COVID-19 virus. Okay, we use the lamp that can create UVC.
Really.
Okay, okay, and it is very advanced because we add some IoT technology on them. Okay, by the combination of the UVC and it is automated, they can they can be controlled. I mean, the UVC post can be controlled by your mobile,
Mm.
and they can have a counter. I mean, the hour of the lamp can be counted by using your mobile phone. Okay, your smartphone can be turned on, turned off, and this number has to be certified because it is a big problem that in the department store, in the hospital, in the room, even though in this meeting room also has a question that it is clean enough to operate or not. So we provide a number that it is more than 1 hour that we have the UVC cleaning up. I mean the sterilizer. Okay, and they can use this number post into the meeting agenda that we already sterilized the place. And this one is very famous. So at that time, for the pandemic duration, pandemic period, we provide this kind of machine to the governors, to the hospitals, and after that, department store, the big department store also want to have a deal with us. So right now, it is more than 3,000 machines have been spread and sold to the big companies already. This one is our success case in the pandemic period. Okay, and we
Yeah.
have a lot of example about this. Okay.
All right. Okay, thank you very much for that informative answers to our questions and so as to your overwhelming awesome presentation. Now let us proceed to the virtual awarding of the certificate. So let me read the citation. Republic of the Philippines, Technological University of the Philippines, Office of the Vice President for Research and Extension presents the Certificate of Appreciation to Dr. Pitiwat Watanachai in recognition of his expertise and invaluable contribution serving as resource speaker during the International Benchmarking Program, honing the technopreneurship mindset through international linkages and mobilization, held on October 10, 2021 p.m. to 6 p.m., signed Dr. Melito A. Bakay, Vice President for Research and Extension.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you so
right.
much.
So, mhm. Once again, Kap Kun ka, Dr. Dean, and hope that you will be with us again in the future.
Okay, physically, not virtually.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
we are
hopefully.
looking forward for that. Okay, so moving forward, may we invite you all again on the second of the two series of our international benchmarking with the theme Honing the Technopreneurship Mindset Through International Linkages and Mobilization on Thursday, October 15, 2020, 2 to 5 p.m. with the resource speaker from Taiwan.
Sure.
Yes. Okay, and also moving forward, this is for the attendees and participants. The evaluation link and the passwords are available at the chat box.
Can we have a group photo? Eman, can you facilitate?
Okay.
I request everyone to open their camera.
Kindly
Okay,
come.
nice to meet you guys.
Thank you so much,
Same
Vin.
here,
Just
Dr.
like to
Thank
talk
you
to
Vin.
so much,
myself.
sir.
I hope we look forward for our future collaborations.
Okay, sure. Definitely. We also looking for um, startups and
Yeah.
also MNC,
You remember
multinational corporate. Okay.
our Kanazawa pack?
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Kanazawa Treaty, right?
Yeah. The Kanazawa Treaty. Okay.
I,
Okay na?
Okay.
everyone, can you open your camera? Okay,
Eman, okay?
Kathleen Dati
Is it done?
from Florida.
I think it's two groups.
Ma'am Matian, and my account now from Tunis. Ma'am, two,
Lower capture.
thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you
Is it
very
done?
much.
All right.
Yep, it's okay na po.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kap Kun
Yeah, I'm so
ka,
glad. Yep.
Dr. Watanachai. All right. Can we
Okay.
move on?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on. Indeed, this international benchmarking is a reminder that TUP is getting bigger, greater, and farther. The Philippines is now categorized as a developing nation, so let us not be left behind. And before we conclude, let me share with you what once Arthur Otto said. We are all functioning at a small fraction of our capacity to live life fully in its total meaning of loving, caring, creating, and adventuring. Consequently, the actualizing of our potential can become the most exciting adventure of our lifetime. Let us be one with TUP in all its pursuits and enjoy all the adventures in store for all of us in TUP for the world. I am Angelica B. Harris, waving and wishing a blessed day to all of us as we all stand by for TUP hymn. So we have a technical glitch. All right. So thank you all for your attendance. Have a blessed day. Bye. What now? What now, guys?
Congratulations, galing-galing naman.
Okay. We're still
Salamat
live on
po.
YouTube, Eman.
Wait lang.